And the first one and the most important one is self-discipline. Now, most people only dip their toe in when it comes to self-discipline. They like to walk the walk, but they don't talk the talk. Yeah? And they are confused because when it comes to self-discipline, sometimes we overexert or overstimulate the nervous system. So that can be based on the emotional body. So you get a trigger at work, or you get a trigger with family or friends, and then we emotionally eat, right? But if you do too much exercise, you're going to emotionally eat anyway because that's your comfort. But it's finding the balance. That's the key. And if you are continually doing the same thing over and over again and you're not getting the results, well, something has to change. And that's where doing less exercise, which has a spin-off effect of eating less, doing some fasting, because we're trying to drop the insulin so you don't get hungry through the night, like i.e. when you wake up in the morning you spike your insulin, and they say breakfast is the food for champions. Couldn't be so far off the track. Did, like when we were hunter-gatherers, whether it was breakfast the the meal for champions then? No, you had to go out and walk for it, you had to go out and search for it. And sometimes you didn't eat. It didn't do you any harm. So that is the first thing here, is finding the balance. Don't go training on your emotions. Don't go training on chasing endorphins to get your levels up. I spoke to a girl today, she said she trained 6 days a week for 2 hours, so it's 12 hours, and I said, so what are you doing for this? To relax the nervous system. Well, I do 5-10 minutes of stretching at the end. I said, okay, so 50 minutes versus 12 hours. Does that balance things off? No. And why have you got pain in your body? Because you've got inflammation, because the food you've described, what you are eating, is all carbs. And why do you have an autoimmune disease? Because you're consuming carbs. And why do you have allergies? Because you're consuming carbs and it's all processed. So moving on to the next way to holistically heal is mindfulness. So being mindful what you're eating, being mindful of your environment, being mindful of the people you hang around with. Because that all will suck you dry. Because you will have people who will say things like, well, you've just been to the gym, you look fat. Oh, after all the exercise you do in a week, you're still fat. And you go to the gym how many times? I haven't seen your body change in weeks and weeks and weeks. So that's an emotional trigger for you. And what does the emotion do? It makes you want to comfort yourself, makes you want to eat food. But nobody comforts a nice healthy meal. They'll comfort and crave something that tastes nice, that feels good inside the body. As going back to this woman today, oh, I can't survive on not having bread in the morning, and I can't survive on not having my milky coffee with sugar in it. And I goes, well, maybe you could survive if you research the implications of putting inflammation in your body and the effects it has on your joints. Because when I've opened your joint there, when I've released the tension, you've got a lot of energy trapped in your body. I felt it going through me. So the third and final point is detachment. It's a weird one. So you're detaching yourself from the previous things. People who suck your energy, the materialism that no longer serves your purpose in life. And detach yourself from the television, guys. Detach yourself from it's science-based. It's not science-based unless you was part of that study. So once you incorporate all these things and steps and procedures in your life, you're on your road to recovery, holistically. But first, it has to be what you put in your mouth. Because if you put junk in, and you watch junk on the TV, what's going to come out? More junk. Because if it hasn't changed in the past 3.5 years, and you're continually spouting out the junk, but your waistline is gaining, and your tiredness is getting more and more, and your ability or your cognitive dissonance to look at things in a logical manner and say, that doesn't feel right. Instead of saying, oh, did you hear about the latest, or did you hear about this, or did you hear about the latest celebrity? Detach yourself from that. It's no longer serving your purpose. It's just going to take you longer to get over the bridge. Now there's many people over that bridge because they've started to wake up. And it's good that people are questioning everything. Food, media, celebrities, narratives is going on. The medical profession, who you voted for, who you follow, who you idolize. Religion. Now there's a thing. Lots of religious fundamentalists have suddenly disappeared. Al-Qaeda, ISIS, where have they gone? And of course, something that we'll say a positive that you should dig a little bit deeper into is spirituality. I have one question. From the age of 13 to the age of 38, why is there no mention of Jesus in the Bible? Do the research. The truth will set you free. Okay? It's been great having a conversation every day for the past month. I will continually do this because I see the audience growing, but I won't do it on a daily basis. I'll maybe do it every second day or every third day, because it takes a lot of time to write an article, and it takes a lot of thinking, even though it comes naturally now because I've unplugged, and that's the secret. Unplug and your life will become a lot smoother and easier. We're going to go down a whole different path, a new path. Don't get sucked in. So please like, subscribe and share this content far and wide, and have a beautiful rest of the week, and enjoy June and enjoy July. There'll be lots of disclosure. Take care.